Hey guys, welcome back to another episode about the basics of flash photography. So if you haven't watched my previous video, please definitely check the link appearing right here. It's strongly recommended. So let's get started. So in this episode, I'm going to talk about flash modifiers or light modifiers. I'll start with the very basic light modifier, which is built into your external flash. Most of the external flashes will have something called as a diffuser and a bounce card. So a diffuser is basically used to diffuse the light. So what it basically does is it will spread the light into a very wide direction, and a bounce card is another modifier. If you're using the flash to bounce off the ceiling, most of the light will go to the ceiling and it will come back and illuminate the subject, and some of the light will hit this particular bounce guard and it will bounce straight onto the subject. So the shadows underneath your eyes will be eliminated and you get a catch light in your eyes. One thing to consider while using a flash is called the sync speed. The sync speed is basically the shutter speed at which the flash can operate perfectly. The camera shutter is actually two curtains. So when the first curtain is raised, the sensor is exposed and then the second curtain closes. This is how the camera shutter works. So when the first curtain opens, the flash will fire and then the second curtain will close. For most cameras, the sync speed is 1 by 200th of a second or maybe 1 by 250th of a second. So what happens if you raise the shutter speed above sync speed? So the first curtain will open, the second curtain will be following, and then the flash fires. So what you get is a black bar in your image. So if you want to shoot high shutter speeds, there is a feature called high speed sync that we will learn in the part 3 of this video. Shutter speed is used to control the ambient exposure. So if you have a lower shutter speed, more of the ambient exposure will be included in the shot, and if you have a higher shutter speed, less ambient exposure is included in the shot. And the next very useful and very basic light modifier is the umbrella. So I have a light stand with a bracket where you can attach an umbrella and a flash. So here I have a very basic Digitech flash which is attached to a wireless trigger. And I have a white umbrella. This is also known as a shoot-through umbrella. So the light coming from this bare flash is going to shoot through this umbrella and it's going to make a very big light source. So as I told in my previous video, larger the light source, the softer the light gets. The small light source from the flash is going to shoot through this umbrella and you get a very large light source. This is a very inexpensive way to take your flash off the camera. So I have a transmitter on my hot shoe and a receiver underneath the flash. When I click the shutter button, the transmitter will send a signal to the receiver and the receiver will fire the flash. So this is something we call as a off-camera flash. So let's do a shoot. I'm going to turn my flash on, the receiver on and the transmitter on. And I'm going to set the power to maybe 1 by 4 and increase the height a little bit more, and I'm going to angle it roughly like 45 degrees and increase the height a little more. Let's take a picture. So I'm going to shoot without the flash first. I'm going to turn off the transmitter and I'm going to take the shot. Okay, no worries, which means that most of the light or most of the image will be eliminated by the flash. Now I'm going to turn on the flash and let's take another picture. So now we can see much softer light and there is a little bit of shadow behind him. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to move this light a little more on axis, and I'm going to increase the flash power just one stop. So let's take another picture. Same setting in the camera, 1/60th of a second at 5.6 ISO 100. So we increase the flash power by one stop. It's nice and soft. Take this little bit more on axis to our subject, and let's take another picture. Let's see how it looks like. It is nice and soft. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Wait for the part 3 episode of Basics of Flash Photography. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. See you again.